My stupidest content creation mistakes. Number 3 cost me tens of thousands of dollars. Let's get into it. All right, so a lot of coaches and consultants don't realize that their content is actually turning off their clients. And if you've never worked with a marketing coach before who could actually look at your content and give you the right frameworks to create your content, you're kind of just being told to like create 5 to 10 pieces of content a day and say whatever, right? And so since I'm feeling super generous, it is my birthday, I'm going to give you the 3 mistakes that I've made myself, and hopefully it'll prevent you from making these mistakes and turning off potential clients. All right, let's get into it. So the first mistake is ego, okay? Now, most of us turn off people because we talk about things we want to talk about and we don't talk about the things our audience wants to hear, right? And so this is kind of like the CEO of Mercedes making commercials about the bad day he had instead of commercials about the automatic braking system that prevents you from having a rear end collision, right? And so your ideal prospect, right, you know, the one that's paying all your bills, only cares about how you can help them, right? You're only watching this video to see how I can help you, right? You're not watching this video to hear my political views or my hot takes on the coaching industry, right? Or even my jokes, right? My corny jokes. Number 2, gaslighting. I'm not sure which marketing coaches are teaching people to gaslight their prospects, but whoever it is, I will whoop his ass, okay? And so if you don't know what gaslighting means, it basically means stop making people feel bad for not hitting 10K months or using the right meditation technique or using the right branding or even the right font, right? And so remember, guys, your content is a reflection of your insecurities, right? And you may think by making people feel insecure about their problems, they'll line up to work with you, but really you're pushing people away and into hopelessness and exposing your own insecurities about your offer and about your business, right? And so, for example, imagine you never worked out before, right? You've never even went to a gym, you've never dieted before, and you came across a fitness coach saying, if you want to be a real man, you should be deadlifting 500 pounds, right? That message would only resonate with men who are either already lifting 500 pounds or slightly under, right? And so if you've never worked out before, you'll probably be turned off by that kind of messaging, right? Number 3, self-diagnosis. So I've told you all the things that you need to stop doing. Now here's the one thing you need to start doing. And I know a lot of marketing coaches would charge you thousands for this information, but I'm feeling generous. I'm giving it away for free. And again, it's my birthday, okay? And so when your ideal prospect reads your content, they need to feel like, oh my God, this person understands my situation, right? And so how do you do this? By imagining what your prospect was doing or feeling 5 minutes before seeing your content, right? And so this requires what I call radical empathy, right? And so, for example, if you're a spiritual coach, right, your ideal prospect probably has the worldview that life is against them, right? And so to someone with this worldview, you wouldn't start the conversation at life is moving through you and life is happening for you and everything is one, right? Because they would be like, you are crazy, lady. Please leave me alone, right? Instead, you would meet them at where they're at, right? And so how do you do that? By remembering who you were before you became spiritual, right? So for example, before I became spiritual and learned all this spiritual stuff, I actually thought spiritual people were insane. And so if you were to get me to pay attention to your content, you'd have to start the conversation by saying, spiritual people are insane, right? And I would have been all ears, right? Okay, wow, I'm giving out a lot of value here, okay? You business coaches who've never started a business before, better not be putting this in your modules, all right? And so you got to start your content by addressing who you were before the transformation your coaching program solves. And so this way, people can self-diagnose themselves, right? And so here's another example. I would sprain my ankle playing basketball at least 3 times a year, okay? And it was super frustrating because it would stop me for months from playing a game that I love and that I'm basically addicted to. And so I was doing all the ankle strengthening exercises and going to physio and watching all the YouTube videos about ankle repair and ankle fixing and ankle strengthening, and nothing was honestly working. And then I found this ankle coach that talked about how the foot felt before and after sports, and she went into such detail about it that I realized that she could solve my problem, right? And she literally showed me one stretch I wasn't doing, and boom, no ankle sprains for the last year, right? And now I could enjoy the game that I love so much, right? But it wouldn't have happened if I didn't self-diagnose myself based on her content, right? And this is why 90% of your content should be self-diagnosed content, okay? Number 4, authority. This is a huge mistake I consistently make because I literally never talk about how I've been building online businesses since 2007. And if I didn't learn real marketing, I would have been out of business and back to a job by now. And so your prospects not only have to feel you get their problem, but that you can solve their problem. And you do that by showing you're an authority in your niche. Number 5, a call to action. Here's another one I rarely do, and it's a call to action. And I see a lot of people making this mistake as well. And I know it feels weird ending your social media content, like your posts or videos, with an offer. But if you want to actually use social media to get clients, and you want to grow your coaching business, and you want to turn your expertise into a real online business, click the link below to book a call with me, and we can make that happen.